So once you have signed into mroAdvisor and have set up all the documents from the PDFs, the API link to a real-time CMS, EAM system, or if you choose not to do a real-time API, you have imported all of your work orders and other information through a CSV file into the system. Now you're ready to utilize the system, and now there are two ways to use mroAdvisor. The first way is, what you're seeing on the screen is our web-based app in which you would sign in. You would come into this web-based app, and you now have access to the software, or you can use our Chrome extension. And right now, I am in IBM Maximal, and you will see this little box down here. It says, Results from History, Results from Document. This is mroAdvisor superimposed over top of an IBM Maximal system. So when I type into right now, it's set up to type into the title area here. If I type anything in, it will show the results right here on the page, so the tracement doesn't have to jump back and forth between two apps. However, if you do not have the ability to have a web-based application, then we suggest using our web app, which is right here. Now I'm going to start with a web app on how to utilize it, and then I'm going to go to the Chrome extension to show you how to do that. Very simple. You'll notice we've got the results from history down here, and we've got a tab over on the right called Reserve from Documents. Results from history are any work orders or anything that will come back in regards to the history of your asset. And usually these are found in your CMMS, EAM, or ERP system. The Results from Documents tab is any documents that you have loaded into mroAdvisor that have been parsed and are waiting for retrieval of information. So this could be an owner's manual. This could be a setup instructions. Could be safety instruction and SOPs. It could be engineering design documents. mroAdvisor is extremely flexible. It's very unique in the way that we can find knowledge, cognitive knowledge, in any document that you may find to use it the web app. You just click in the box here, and you type in what it is that I'm looking for. Now this is not Google search. This is AI generative, AI cognitive knowledge search. So you can type in a word, a sentence, a paragraph, and it will look for the information based on the same way a human would read it. We're looking for the knowledge that's in the information that you're looking for, and it takes that knowledge, uses Gen AI, and then looks for the match within your internal documents. So in this case, we're going to start off with something fairly simple. I'm going to look for to change charcoal filters on an G3 24-ton HVAC unit. So now I can either hit enter or I can click the search button. Now you notice we're under results from document, and the first thing that pops up is this SG3 document 24-ton. It's got a 41% chance that it is a match. And we've got the highlighted in dark or in bold, what it found and what it's focusing on. So you notice here now we have service view filter units under table 1. So if I want to actually dive in and see that document and that information at that page, I come over here to this section. Here you see this little arrow here, and I click on it. Now what it does is it instantly opens up to that page in which the information was on. And if you note we've got filters, we got filter size. And if you scroll down here of servicing filters, so we can now see that it took us to the exact same page that we are looking for. For the filters that we're trying to change, it's going to go back to the AI suggestions to our web-based, if you notice on the work order side. Now it pulled back previous work orders and it's by relevance again. So I've got the work order number, the description of what it was, the location of what it was at, and so on. Now let's say I want to look for a specific entity that I'm working on for work orders, so I can then do the same thing. I'm changing filters on a 24-ton SG, 3 unit on location, LOA 5E220. Now we're using new locations because we're linked with the IBM Maximal. It could be your asset number. It could be whatever your software system is utilizing. You'll notice now under results from history, we have the information, work order, number that we were looking for, and information on that. If I come over to results, you'll notice I've got the owner's manual for that unit. Again, highlighting in black what it has found, so I can now bounce back and forth between those to utilize it. Now what if I'm looking for a specific work order? Well, we can just type in work order number, and I'm looking for number 559987. Again, under the work orders, it will pull back up. If you notice here, under work order number, there's the number that it pulled back up, so it pulls back that work order number, so that we can see exactly what's happening there on that work order. If I'm looking for failure codes. Now failure codes are something unique, so I can type in error code, F4 2001. Now you notice I have a spelling mistake here, because it's cognitive knowledge. It's not like Google wherein spelling matters here. If the spelling is not correct, it's looking for the knowledge that you're looking for, so you do not have to make the correction. However, I just did hit enter, and now you notice it's got no work orders. It's at 0. However, over here, it brings back the information in the 5523. This is a Zamboni, and the F4, 2 and 20, air code matches that, and it's an invalid steering switch, and it tells me how to exactly what to do. Again, if I want to open up to that, I just click on this button and it takes me right to that location in that manual, to that location on the page. This is how easy it is to use. It's highly flexible as well. So it will come back with any data that you put into it. You can look for it so you can use it for engineering. You can use it for maintenance troubleshooting. I can use it for quality of maintenance. I can set up different data sets. One for mechanical, one for electrical, one for safety, one for this facility, one for that facility. There's so many variations. It's a very, very powerful tool to be able to quickly find information. One area that we're working on with one client is we're looking at it from a safety perspective. So if a tradesman needs to find their safety information very quickly, they can just come to this. We've got a tab set up for safety, and they can quickly find the standard operating procedure. Or if they're looking inside an electrician, they're looking inside the codebook. You can download the codebook in here. If you have it in PDF format and access to it, type in what it is you're doing, and it will quickly find that within your codebook or gas book or other standards that your tradesmen need to have information instantly when they're out there. Now I'm going to look at the same thing just through the Chrome extension. So I'm going to come back over here now to the IBM Work Order Maximal System. I've got a standard work order that's opened up under Create New, and again, if I'm looking for what is it I'm trying to do, I'm changing charcoal filters now. I don't have to pick the asset number. You can actually set it up so that with the Chrome extension, so that I can have multiple different fields here that I'll be looking at and searching for. In that case, I would put the location number in here, and it'll do the search. Now you notice down here in history, it's come up with 96 work orders that are directly related to what we're looking for. And 5 documents. Again, it's highlighted. If I want to open up, I can open it up right from in here on that document, and it opens up exactly to that location on the page. I come back here to here. I can also look at now from the work order side as well and see additional information. I can see full results, and it highlights here exactly what's on that work order that I can see. Let's say you find a work order. We can also, as a custom, push that back into your system to generate a new work order with all the information that's in that work order. However, that is a custom. It does not come standard with the Chrome extension.